Hi everyone, hope you're all well. Just gone down the bottom to check the sprinklers and the flow's not quite right. So think it might possibly be some block filters. So I'm going to go up the top and check. Float, which is like a little wee raft. What happens is, I don't know if you can actually see that, but let's get up a bit higher. There's the pipe that runs underneath, and that is attached to that raft on the underside. And then we have a right angle that points down with a filter stroke on the end, just to get rid of the heavy material so it doesn't suck up any of that. And then that runs all the way down to the bottom. But what happened was that rope on the top, it hasn't reacted well with the sun here, and it's just deteriorated big time and just snapped. And then what's happened is that's been dragged, floated over to the other side, over to here. And that then went into the shallows, if you like, on the edges, and started sucking up all sorts of stuff. So I'll just take you around to the other side. So essentially what I've done is put some baling twine on there. Good old baling twine. It's a gift I learnt from my grandpa. It's a bit like number 8 wire. Everything can be fixed with number 8 wire. But what I've done is I've tied it onto them hooks that have been attached to there, and then we've got it running over to the other side. And we'll just take you around there now. And then what I've done is I've smashed a waratah right into the ground. The old one was on the edge and it was sticking up, and every time you went past with a mower it would just clout it one, and it would bend and bend and bend. So what I've done is I've put that waratah in and I've sunk it right down to just below the surface, and that way I won't hit it with the rotor blades for the mower. And then I've put some pipe in there and buried that in, and that comes out obviously there, and then I'll just run the baling twine through there and into this. And then what I'll do is I'll get a cap that fits on there so it can be visible. But yeah, that's how we've got over it. So essentially the water comes up, goes through that pipe, and then all the particulates drop to the bottom. And then we've got, just below that surface is a pipe that's is the feed, and then that picks up from there, which is clean water, feeds down to the pump, goes through that filter in the pump to remove any more of the particulates, and that then goes to the irrigation. And we don't want to be blocking up the jets, so that's the reason we have all them filters in place. So I've just taken this apart and I've pulled all the rings off. So what happens is this here is the feed that comes up from the pond. So it comes up here, and then it goes, we engage this obviously, and then it comes across here, and then it goes into this filter. These are like bypass valves. We've taken this apart, which is just like a bell chamber that comes off the top, and then you have all these rings that fit on there. I've taken them all off, I'll go around and show you, but there's the bell chamber that comes off the top, and they're pretty much caked. I'll show you the clean ones. So there's the clean ones, all nice, and there we go. Run them under a tap, and I just fan through them like this, and then I move it around, and then I fan through it again, and then I move it around and I fan through it again, and that effectively just gives them a good clean. And then we put it all back together. Hopefully the flow will be a lot better on the irrigation. So now that they're all clean, I'm going to leave them off, because obviously it's still got all that gunk water in the pipe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically put the bell housing on here. I'll just turn this tap on. So it comes up on the outside of the ring, and then I think it comes through the filters, it goes into this, and that's what feeds everywhere else. What I'm going to do is put the bell housing on the top, put this back on, and then I'm going to run it through, which there's a pipe that just goes straight into the stream, and then that way it will be clean water. It will just be getting rid of all them particulates out of the line. And then once it's running clean again, I can put the filters on. Otherwise, if I put the filters on now, obviously, and run it through, it won't be long before they're blocked again, just because of all the stuff that's in the pipe. You just want to rinse it through, get it done, and then go from there. So there we go, we're running the water now, cleaning it through, making sure that all the stuff in that 300 metres or so of pipe is just cleaned through. So I've got it back to there. Down there's the filters, and then we just take some like that, and then all we do is we slide them over the top like this. Slide them over. And we just keep filling up. Put them ones on there, like that. And then what we have is cap, which I'll wipe all that stuff off. That goes on the top there. Get all that rubbish off. And then we have a screw nut that goes on the top like that. Just pushes it up, like so. See if we can get that on there. Goes on there, and then we put this clamp back on, but I'm going to need both hands for that. So water hammer is a phenomenon where if I shut this off really fast, then it almost forms a wall, and then the water goes back as a wave, and then it can cause damage to fittings and pipes upstream, if you like. So to prevent that, whenever you're dealing with these pipes and stuff, what you want to do is, instead of just slamming it shut, this is actually open now. Instead of slamming it shut, you just want to do it nice and gradually and slowly. And by doing that, you're restricting the flow rather than just shutting it off. So by doing that, it will prevent that water hammer and that wall of water just going, back up and destroying your pipe. So here we go. This is a view of the irrigation, and everything's working as it should. It's got plenty of pressure there now. So that little fix that we've just done, cleaning the filters, but basically the reason just cleaning the filters wouldn't have done it. It would have been a temporary fix. So by moving that float over so that it's not sucking up dirt and cleaning the filters, that's all fixed it completely. So thanks very much.